Hey guys, Mizuki here. Today's video is suggested by the Discord member named Tawdry Terror 184. So the title of the video is This is Disgusting and is a video that Asmongold is reacting to, and it seems to be very interesting, so I decided to bring that to you guys today. So let's watch together. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
You're a boy, right?
No, I'm a girl.
Who told you you were a girl?
What?
Mommy.
When did she tell you you were a girl?
Cause I love girls.
Yeah, mommy, of
I
course.
see. So mommy told you you were a girl?
Uh-huh.
The state of California says that I have to pay for the chemical and physical castration of my son as child support.
What?
I'm not going to pay that child support.
Oh my
I'm not going to
God.
pay anything to
Oh
hurt
my
my
God.
son.
And that means you'll be going to prison?
California is going to send me to prison for that.
What?
Actually, this is something that I didn't know, for real. Even my country, we don't have something like that, some abhorrent stuff like this. This is very... Wow, this is just terrible. My Discord members knows very well that when I talk to them, that I always say that California is a piece of my country that you guys have in United States. Because they have the exactly same problems, but at least in this particular case, in this particular law scenario, you guys in California are even worse than Brazil. Yeah, you can believe in what I say.
So,
Let's continue. Soft white underbelly. Mommy tells me I'm a
Jeff,
girl.
you're
Jeff
going
Younger.
through something.
Oh
You've
my
been
God.
going
Is
through
this-
something that is probably a father's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Tell me when this started.
Started when my son was about 2 years old. My ex-wife, who's a pediatrician in Capel, Texas, started thinking that he might be a girl.
Oh, she started thinking that he might be a girl. Oh, that's interesting, right? That's so interesting. Like, what was the hints that the boy sent to her at this age? I mean, come on, no,
He's
no,
2
no, please.
years old.
Yeah, exactly. 2 years old, just 2 years old. What hint? A 2 years old kid, a baby, can give it to a mom that he might be a girl. Oh, no.
What?
that's-
Holy
no.
shit.
And started trying to transition him to a girl. And when I tried to put a stop to that, she filed for divorce and used her relationships with care providers to force me out of my house. And so I moved about a mile up the road from my sons.
Oh my
she filed
God.
for divorce formally, and I had 50-50 custody.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
And just after his third birthday, you know, I took the first iPhone video I'd ever taken, and
That
it
was
was
the
him
video.
telling me that he thought he was a girl because his mommy tells him a girl. You can go on YouTube and just search for "mommy says I'm a girl."
Exactly. He doesn't even, maybe he doesn't even believe in that, even being a kid. But for the sake of his mom, for pressuring him, he's doing that. This is,
You'll find that video.
That
this
is
is
grooming.
terrifying. This is grooming. This is evil. This is devilish. I don't have a word for this. Come on.
Man, like, how is a parent
Oh
trying
my
to
God.
like groom their kid into being trans at 2 and 3 years old? That's insane. This is crazy. They're in jail. Yes,
That's
this is
really
nuts.
insane. That's
Look at the
really
video now.
totally
What's the
insane.
beginning of this? Like, just like go back like literally 1 minute in the VOD and you'll
What
see
the
it.
fuck is
This
going
is
wrong with
nuts.
society?
Yeah. She was telling him things like, you know, she would put him into timeout and say, "Don't be a boy. The monsters only eat boys," and weird things like this.
Bro. How do you let this happen? This is insane. Yes, this is straight up wrong. Yes, it is. This is awful.
Look at the level of mind manipulation here. Look at the levels. If you think that this is normal, there is something really wrong with your mind. For real. I don't know if I really don't. I'm not sure if I really don't have any more words to express towards her because I'm just shocked with all of this, or if it's because English is not my native, so maybe I'm feeling kind of limited in my word choices because of that. Oh my god! But anyway, that's terrible.
It's not even nuts. She needs to be
She's a
sent to an
devil.
asylum as soon as possible. I think that a lot of women, like, and this is especially true, I think women fall victim to this more often, is that, like, the social messaging and, like, the moral virtue of being trans, I think causes women to have, like, so there's a fucking issue, like a mental disorder, it's called Munchausen by proxy, and it's where a parent basically like either gets their kid sick or pretends like their kid is really sick in order to basically farm sympathy and farm attention from having this sick kid. And so I view the parents
That's new to me. That is very interesting. I didn't know
that are,
that.
like, grooming kids
That's
to be
something
trans
really new.
as, like, I mean, and again, we're not even talking about like 14. We're talking about 2 and 3 years old, okay? They don't even know what gender is yet, really. And like, you're grooming your kid to do this. Like, this is a mental disorder, right? I mean, this woman there's something.
The baby is this a baby? 2 years old. Come on, it's not even a kid. It's a baby. So he's like a white paper, brand new white paper. For you to write stuff on it, and it evolves in a full book, full of memories and etc. that will become his personality in later future, his way of thinking, and etc. And you're tainting. She's tainting him. She's tainting this paper with all kinds of abhorrent drawings and then risks and strokes and whatever. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is terrible. And because of that, it's probably 100% sure he'll become at least if his father cannot save him. But I mean, he will probably be imprisoned, right? Or he's already, I don't know, because I don't know when this video was recorded, so I don't know if it's brand new. But oh my god, this is terrifying. And the boy will become a mentally ill adult later because like all the ones we already have today, that I always
wrong
talk
with
about
her,
here.
man.
It's so abhorrent.
Yeah, like straight up, something wrong with her. And it's insane that, like, I can't see anybody who could just not come to this obvious conclusion that she's nuts. Yes, it's insane. He's not too, bro? Well, he was in the video where at the beginning, actually, they said he was 3. So that's not it. Yeah, so he's 3. I think that's a little bit better, right? Let's see here. And I remember his documentaries, and a woman would hospitalize themselves regularly. Yeah, and so that's what happens. And I'm shocked that people don't, like, put up with this even in a slightest amount. This is crazy. It was 2 whenever she began grooming? Yeah, according to him, that's true.
And she began to then socially transition him, and that led to a titanic battle in the state of Texas that culminated in me getting the procedures outlawed in Texas.
Good for him.
And the political establishment in Texas.
Always Texas saving. Always Texas saving. Come on. It's fun how I know all of
allowing
this,
her to
even
come to
not
California so
living
she
in
could still
US.
castrate him even though I got it outlawed.
Had your son, you have 2 sons.
I have 2 sons, James and Jude. They're twins. They're not identical.
Okay.
James is the one that she's transitioning.
And was there any sign in James that he was open to this or showing signs that he wanted to be anything other than
Well, you know, it's interesting. So he was directly asked that by counselors and stuff, but
How are counselors asking a child what gender they think they are?
It's a kid. It's a kid. Come on. By the age that he was asking, he was a baby probably. Come on. He just can wrote whatever he wants and
What's
let
what's
it
going
be.
on?
Come on.
How is this? This is insane. He's brainwashed. Yeah. Also, like, of course you have a kid. Like, if the mom is sitting there, this is like you have kids that are like radical, religious people, right? Like kids that are like hyper racist. If you have a 5-year-old that's hyper racist and they know a bunch of racial slurs, they didn't spawn in that way, man. They had a little bit of help.
Let me just tell you about
Hey, little bit.
one of the
huh?
fundamental facts
Just
of the
a little.
case
The
that
parents,
a lot of people
yeah.
find shocking. James never presented as a girl with anyone but his mom.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Really? For real? Of course. Oh, come on. That is not only terrifying for the kid, it's also terrifying to this father. He loves his kid so much that he's gonna go to jail. He's going to go to jail to defend his son. That is just something to be really proud of. He is an example. But even so, this is terrifying. It's always very impressive. Look how the governments are becoming our worst nightmare, our worst enemy nowadays in society, and people doesn't seem to care a little bit
And
to
church.
it.
Because he wanted to make her happy. Because she would like whenever he would act like a girl. That's probably what happened.
With me, with his friends, he dressed as a boy and called himself James. He only presented
Yeah.
as a girl with his mom. And I asked him one time, why are you doing that? And he just flat out told me, he said, well, mommy doesn't love me if I'm not a girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't have words to. I wish I have more words to say about this woman. I wish I had. I'm lacking vocabulary because I already said too many things about her. And I'm really lacking vocabulary to say more things. But I'm feeling like spitting it, but I don't have words to spit, so she's a devil. She's a
Yep.
demon.
Well, there it is. It's just like I said. I mean, a lot of these women are just fucking insane. And I don't know really how it gets to this extreme.
Fucking insane is a flatter to her. It is a flatter,
Like,
okay?
I'm not sure, like, is it something where, like, what's her relationship with the other kid, right? Her other son. Like, what's the relationship with this? Is it because like this is somehow like a she's getting a divorce and now she hates all men and she doesn't want to be around men, so she's making her young boy son a girl? I don't know, is she doing this for like social validation? Like, I always wonder about that. Like, why does a person do this?
Probably a compilation of bullshits that was thrown inside her head by the mainstream media and all of this crap stuff. Also, the government have a finger on this. We know that. Or facts.
And that's what he told the counselors too. James is a very talented boxer.
By the way, this is the reason why people call it a woke mind virus. This is like straight up a perversion of the mind. If you are looking to defend this in any way,
And people come to my commentary section to say, "Oh, the words woke has no meaning at all." Oh my god! If you steal, we live in 2025, and if you don't steal the package, that means the word woke. So I really don't have patience anymore to explain this to you. So I would just not answer this kind of comments, okay? I would not.
way, shape, or form, you have completely lost the plot. You are totally out of your fucking mind. This is not acceptable. It's not okay. This is creepy, weird. This is child grooming. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. These are children, and we're not even talking about 16 again. We're talking about, they're not even in school yet. It's deranged. Yeah, it's an accessory to these people. Yeah.
I'm a boxer. My dad was a boxer. James is extremely talented. Jude's a wrestler, but James is a very talented boxer. Olympic talent scouts were looking at him. He's that good.
Good for him.
And they backed away from him once this all got started. He has all boy friends.
Yeah, sure.
Now, he has some things that you might say are feminine. He likes art. He particularly likes painting and pastels.
Right.
My son Jude likes sculpture, James is also more extroverted. And
So this is why he's a girl, is because he likes art and painting.
I don't know that all men out there, they like art and painting stuff. Or girls. That's weird. That's weird. What would you tell me about other Renaissance artists? Huh? At least the majority that I can recall in my mind are men. The most famous ones. Oh my god, this is bullshit. This one was a ball out of this. Of this father here.
is willing to play with almost
I
anybody.
forgot his name already.
And he will definitely play with girls. He'll play tag with girls. He'll build things with girls. He has no problem like hanging around with girls. But in terms of having a desire to be a girl, he consistently told me for 10 years that he had no desire to be a girl. He told the court-appointed counselor that he was embarrassed to wear dresses to school. He was getting too
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
old for that and didn't want to wear dresses. And they initiated a
man.
CPS investigation against me for forcing him to be a boy. And my
What?
Average divorce dad experience.
No way, no way, no way. No way.
Yep. Well, there it is.
Oh my god. And then women are out here. I mean, we know that are not all, but these women like her, like his wife, are asking out there why men want to be single, don't want to date women anymore. This is a good reason. This is a very good reason right there. Come on, if you still have doubts, look at this, huh? This is the average father in society nowadays. He might be paying tons of stuff to his kids that are probably not being invested back in these kids, are being wasted by his ex-woman, ex-wife.
Oh my.
I'm sorry to say the ex-woman. It's because in my country you really can say that, but you understood me.
How does
You
this
understood
happen?
me.
Do you remember what I said before, guys? There's two groups of people in the world that are causing all of our problems, and the main one is Karens. That's it.
CPS investigation.
I was telling
Do
you
you have
guys.
contact with your sons now?
No, I'm disallowed all contact with my sons.
You're not allowed to even contact them.
No.
Wow.
I'll tell you how this all sort of built up.
Wow.
So she started transitioning him, really hardcore at 3. I mean, where she presented him to the world with a fake girl's name and everything.
Bro, how is every single person in the country
3
not
years
immediately
old.
saying this woman needs to have the
3
kid
years
taken
old.
away from her?
3 years
This
old.
is put her in jail. This is sexual grooming. This is sick.
3 years old.
This, of course, would have been an important component in
Yeah.
the divorce that was going on.
Of course.
So we get to 2017, and we have our divorce trial, and we had a custody evaluator. His name is Blake Mitchell. He practices out of Frisco, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas.
Okay.
And he asked me, what is your top issue? And I said, my top issue is she's tampering with my son's gender identity.
Yeah.
So he charges me $60,000 and does a 1-year
Normal.
investigation of my family. interviewing my children over and over again, everything, and determines that she was not transitioning my son to a girl. He straight up lied to the court and said that I had made a false accusation against her for saying that she was trying to transition my son to a girl. And on that basis, I lost 50.
Well, I mean, couldn't they just cross-reference it with him saying this to the, like, this is crazy.
God.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, he lost his
50
custody.
custody and got less than standard
Oh
possession.
my God. This is a nightmare. He's living a real nightmare. Look at this. Look at his life. It's destroyed. His life is destroyed. Come on. Oh my God. How can not everyone look at him and feel some kind of sympathy or empathy, like when he's on a trial or something like that? This. Oh my God, this is terrible. This is really devilish. This is demonic. For the lack of better words.
So I basically got, 4 to 6 days a month with my sons. So that's how the divorce ended, with the psychologist just outright lying. Now, I've been lucky with these psychologists that lie.
You've been lucky? You've been lucky? Sorry, Lucky has forgotten you very long time ago.
I've
Very
been able
long
to
time
prove
ago.
they've lied. So the court actually set aside his report. But
This is insane. Revoke his license? Yeah, if he lied.
that's what he actually told the court in his report.
Exactly.
So she then starts really ramping up it again, and now he's wearing makeup at school. He's
Oh boy.
using the girls' restroom
my
at his
God.
elementary school, which
What the teachers let this happen?
He's more
The
and
teachers
more
are
far
enabling
away
this?
from his father, psychologically saying.
Oh my God.
This is a nightmare. This is a living nightmare for
It's
him.
California? This is insane. I don't even know what to say.
This is really insane.
How is this even real?
was Pinkerton Middle School in Capel, Texas. I
I'm
got that
glad
school shut
that's
down.
not
That school
only
doesn't
me
exist
that's
anymore in
lacking
Capel. It
words to
shut
this.
down. Got rid of the principal there. Her name is
What?
Miss Mickelson, who's the one that really transitioned my son.
So it's another Karen.
Yeah. Mainly when we talk about these therapists and these people that work to government and those psychologists, they usually are all like that. They usually are all Karens, all woke, all well.
What is happening? What the fuck? I don't even know.
And I found out
It's a Karen coalition. It is. It is. They were in Texas. I guess so. I feel horrible for this man. Yes. Oh my God. That's in Texas or California? They were in Texas, and then after Texas seemingly wasn't putting up with it, then they moved to California.
after
Of course, because things surely will get better in California, right? For
2.5
sure,
years,
of course.
they had been transitioning my
course.
son secretly behind my back. So I would bring my son to Pinkerton Middle School in Capel in boys' clothes, because he wears boys' clothes with me, and they would give him a dress.
Oh my God. This is an endless nightmare. It's a nightmare. He's living hell. He's living hell.
And the entire school got shut down for this. What the actual fuck? This is crazy. This is insane. this is a massive problem if real. I feel like, I generally, I mean, if the school got shut down, the court denied this, I feel like there's got to be some truth in this, right? I mean, like, because this is like multiple points of reference where it's confirmed. There are court reports public, it's real? Yeah. Okay, so there's public court reports of this.
And tell him to use the girls' bathroom.
So wait a minute. So he's being groomed by school administrators to go into the bathroom of the other gender? Oh my God.
He's being used by the school to advocate for this terrible agenda. Oh my God. No. This is the worst scenario, okay? Can this even got worse? I'm really expecting here with faith that he will start saying at least some good stuff, because this is even more and more and more terrible. Every phrase that he says is insane. It's a living nightmare.
God.
For real.
How are these people not in jail? This is insane. Really, this is crazy.
And when I found that out, I filed grievances against the public school.
Idea.
And of course, they exonerated themselves, saying that under their nicknames policy, they're allowed to call him whatever he wants.
That's true, but what about the dress? And what about the bathrooms?
And they're allowed to put him in dresses because he wants to wear it and it doesn't harm him in any way. And so there was just no place to go. It's virtually impossible in Texas to sue a school district because they have sovereign immunity.
Oh my God.
Why?
So this kept ramping up with my ex-wife.
See, the problem of why this happens is that the individual teachers that are doing this don't get held accountable for, like, basically child grooming, which is, I think, what should happen.
I understand why they have to be sovereign. I mean, they wanted to protect it and against maybe some terrible laws that, like the ones that my country has, that make these schools really terrible. So this is a very good law, but because of this same law, this retarded, this mind-sick, ill people are going to teach that in Texas, knowing that because they are protected by this law and doing whatever they want in these schools. So within time, I mean, right now is already like this, give it more 5 to 10 years in Texas, and it will probably become a new California. For real.
This is the reason why this kind of stuff propagates so much, is that there's like an administrative bureaucracy for this that kind of enables these people to just do awful stuff. They aren't allowed to force and supersede parental rights. Yeah. And so anyway, sue the teachers. Yes, exactly. And well, you don't sue them. You hold them criminally responsible for doing this. That's the way that you solve this problem. I'm a very big believer in individual personal accountability that directly affects the person that is doing the action.
Yeah, that would be the best scenario. That would be the perfect scenario, for real. But this is not how things are working. All you can do is wish for that. I can't even say that's a wishful thinking, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we really need a meteor. For real, if United States is becoming like this, the world can abandon our hope.
That's how you solve a problem. Because if there's no real consequence for this, it just happens. But the moment that it's kind of like, for example, do you remember what I was saying about how like all the polls were saying that like Kamala Harris would win, but then everybody who was betting on it said Trump would win? Well, people have a very more realistic view of the world the moment that they have any money in the game, they have any skin in the game. So the way that you solve this problem is that you make people accountable directly for what they're doing. And that makes this go away instantaneously. And so everybody is always willing to have these high-minded, weird ideals because they never have to suffer any consequences for them. But the moment that you add in consequences, this stuff immediately falls apart.
Exactly.
So in my opinion,
Exactly.
I think that the mom and I think the teachers that were found to be cooperating with and encouraging the student to go in the opposite gender bathrooms, I think that they need to be brought up on some form of criminal charge. Personally. Because that's what they've done, and that's the real that's the real solution for something
common
like
sense,
this.
but we're not ruled by common sense anymore.
You make an example out of them as an individual, because shutting down the school, they just go work somewhere else. It doesn't really affect their life in the same way that like a sex charge would, and it should. By the way, it should. This is what should happen. Mom, where's the crime? I think that grooming a child in a sexual way, especially before they even understand sexuality at all, is sexual exploitation of a child. I think that it is, and I think it's disgusting. It is. It's grooming. It's abuse. Yes, exactly.
It is. It is. Of course
Falls
it
under
is.
child abuse? Yes,
There's
it is.
no denial.
So
If you think
finally, I looked in
otherwise,
the
there's
medical
a
records
huge
with,
problem with you.
Yeah.
My ex-wife chose a pediatrician, Dr. Jennifer Pape, in Flower Mound, Texas, where I live. And Dr. Pape, in the medical records, it says that her and Miss Georgilis, my ex-wife,
Yeah.
were planning on chemically castrating James at age 8 or 9. That's plain black and white in the
Oh
medical records.
my God.
So obviously, I start
Oh
to
my
vociferously
God.
oppose this. I try to
See,
get
this is why does she still have a license, right? Why isn't she in jail?
a new
This is the problem.
pediatrician. I have to go to court to try to get
Yeah.
a new pediatrician. That leads her to
This
file
is just one of the problems
another
here.
lawsuit
One
against
of the
me for
main
sole
problems
control of
here.
James.
So they were at what age were they looking to do this?
At age 8 or 9, they were going to chemically castrate him.
It's insane, man. It really is. Like, I've seen some
Oh
of this
my
stuff that's
God.
happened, and it's
Oh my God.
unreal that there's anybody putting up with this even for a second. Mother should be stripped of a medical license, lose all custody, and promptly jailed. This is what I think should happen. Like, this
This
is
is
the
the
kind
bare
of stuff,
minimum.
in my opinion, that I think like the government and like especially even federal government should look into, because examples like this are just, I mean,
Show
it's
red flags
just
to
sick.
California no
And the
longer
fact that there's
live
like an apparatus
under
that's
US
protecting
laws.
this woman, and the worst
Yeah,
part is that
exactly
not
like that.
only are they protecting her, they are enabling and like making her more powerful. They're protecting her and enabling her to do this even more. So, did you see the video with the police officer yet? Yeah, I know it's coming up. Don't worry, I'll get to it. And she's a pediatrician. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. And link to the video. It was just it's a Reddit post. I don't know what this is exactly at all. And you see all these people. Look at all these reports. Like, these people don't want the truth to get out. It's not. I mean, I don't know why it's so hard to understand. Dude's going to jail for his baby mama's child abuse. Convincing a child is the opposite gender is a form of sexual abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll die on.
It is promoting hate based on identity or vulnerability. It's involving physical or emotional abuse or neglect of minors. This is spam. It threatens violence or physical harm at someone else. It's targeted harassment at someone else. It's involuntary pornography, and I do not appear in it. This content is impersonation. It's sexual assault. Content involving minors. It's personal and confidential information. Someone is You see? They always live like in this sorority. They are a very united and strong movement because they infiltrated all degrees of society. Can it be on the internet, on the social media, as moderators, as staff, as devs inside game studios, in the government, the psychiatry, I mean, the therapists and whatever. They are, oh my God. And they work always together like this, and they always have the result, in the end that they want. That's why we need a meteor. I'm sorry, but I don't know if I have
That's
faith
exactly
in
it
humanity
all.
anymore.
And you see
For
all
real.
these people, look at all these reports. Like, these people don't want the truth to get out. It's not. I mean, I don't know why it's so hard to understand. Dude's going to jail for his baby mama's child abuse. Convincing a child is the opposite gender is a form of sexual abuse, ladies and gentlemen. I'll die on this hill and I don't give a fuck. Yeah, well, the thing is that you need to start charging people for it. Because, again, the reason why this stuff happens is because... So let me explain why this happens. I think that a lot of people have these viewpoints and they try to transition... I'm just going to say it. I think that a lot of people try to transition their kids for social points. I think they do. And I actually think it's that simple. They try to transition their kids for social points, or they do it because this is some ideology and the kid plays along with it because it's a good way for the kid to get attention from the parents, right? And so that's it. And so this happens. You're right about that? Yeah. And this is what Karens do. And I'm sure, you know, guys do this too, but it sure seems like it's primarily women that are pushing this. But the point is still the same. I mean, it doesn't matter who's doing it. It's bad no matter what. The point is that that's the reason why it's happening. It's not happening because they really believe it. They're doing it for some kind of approval or some like deep-seated resentment of men or something like that. So yeah, pick me guys. Yeah, probably just mentally ill. Well, regardless of what the reason is, I think that this is my mindset.
Probably mentally ill.
I think that if you're trying to transition a 3-year-old, you are mentally unfit to be a custodian parent. Period. And that's being generous. Like
this
really,
is for the least.
This is not even like if you're planning on, you know, doing sex operations on a child at 8 or 9 years old, you are not. You need to have your medical license revoked immediately.
This is the least. I think a person like that should be removed from the society. This is what I think. I don't care if anyone is angry about that towards me because of that. I receive death threats all the time. I don't care. This is what I think. People like this, like her wife, ex-wife, like in this school that the boy study, they need to be removed from society. And by it, you can understand whatever you want, okay? Can be put on jail and throw the key away or whatever, okay? But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox Time members, Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy, for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below.
I can't even understand how word this. You shouldn't be around children, period. You can't be trusted. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. These people need to be removed from society. Yeah. They want to give them puberty blockers? Yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah,
and,
like I'm saying.
Just because a kid says they want to be a fire truck doesn't mean that we should paint them red. Yeah, well, also, like, and here's the issue, is that a lot of kids, this is what I think happens, is that the parents, and this is what the dad said, is that some of these parents that are so captured by this, like, worldview or ideology, because they're so captured by it, and the kid probably, like, you think about the type of person that gets involved with stuff like this. Probably a psychotic, crazy bitch, right? And so if you're a kid of this parent, well, and this is your mom, you're going to want to go along with what she says so she's nice to you and she doesn't treat you like shit, right? And so, of course, the kids are going to voluntarily go along with this because that's the only way that they can be treated nicely by the parent.
Of course, he's a kid. In his mind, he cannot imagine other thing like without leaving his mother, his parents. I mean, he's totally dependable, so he will do everything and anything he can to avoid being discarded or mistreated by his parents because he isn't self-sufficient. He isn't an adult. He's doing the only thing he can do. Obey.
And I think that this happens, it happens with religious extremism, it happens with political extremism, it happens with this type of extremism. I think it happens with everything, right? And it's insane. I probably would have gone along with it too. Yeah, I think a lot of kids would have. And because they don't have the problem, and this is the issue that a lot of kids have, and this is why it's important not to do this kind of stuff to kids, is because they don't have any frame of reference to understand what is the difference between being a man or a woman. They don't get it. They don't even understand it. So you're taking a complex idea, adult idea of transgenderism, and you're pushing it on a child in a very narrow view from their mind of what makes sense. It's insane. They don't know any better. They trust their parents are going to do things to their best interest. They can't comprehend the topics. Yeah, exactly. And when the boy's 15, he wishes he's a girl. Well, I don't know about being 15, right? I mean, I'd say 15, you've got a better idea of who you are than 3. I'd tell you that. I think anybody'd say that. And so anyway, yeah. So poor kid was groomed. He was. She belongs in prison. Absolutely. It hurts.
Yeah, that's true. You have a better idea at 15 than with 4 years old. But imagine live with a mother like this until hits 15 years old. Your mind would be totally destroyed. You would just become some kind of puppet in her strings already. Then you will not even need a puppeteer anymore. It's totally destroyed Zeke and Neil already for the end of his life. There is no cure for this until you're in. I think it's easier to recover someone drugged and make he sober again for life than you recover a person like this, okay? That's why, my opinion, the only solution is remove them from the society. And sadly, if things kept going like this, the result will be what we all already expect here. He will full-fledged and become a full-fledged adult and mentally ill, as will surprise no one, right? And I don't see the reason I don't have faith. It's because many years are passing by, and I don't see these movements decreasing. I don't see, okay? And they are always evolving, increasing, and their roots are going deeper and deeper in society and destroying everything in their way. It's how I see all this stuff. So I'm sorry if I'm so I forgot the words now. I'm sorry for not having this wishful think of a bright future. It's just because I cannot see one looking at everything around on the social medias, on the internet in general, on IRL. I don't see things changing for the better, only for the worse. Okay, there's no stopping it. And let's see to where it goes. For real, because maybe we can expect a Mad Max future.
Can you imagine having to go through this? Yeah, it's awful. Unwatchably sad and shocking to me. It makes me so angry, him and the poor boy. This is why it's important to never vote for anybody who makes any kind of defense for this. So, this is my mindset. I would say that if anybody tries to defend this, never vote for them for any reason. There's no justification for this. There's no situation where it's okay. Even if you side with people that are okay with this, that still, in my opinion, is a complete disqualifier. This is sick, disgusting, and I think these people should be put in jail. I do. And if the moment that somebody actually comes up there that's more extreme than Trump or Vance about this, I'll vote for them to put these people in jail. Because I think this is child abuse, it's child grooming, it's disgusting, and it has to stop. It does, yeah, and nobody should be tolerating this even in a slight amount. I cannot wait for the person to run for election that's going to put these people in jail, because I think a lot of other people are going to vote for that on just that issue. I cannot wait. I am so excited. And yeah, let's see. Thank you for saying this. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for commenting. Yeah, and I understand people.
And I'm thinking about something right now. If you have very big, very well known the internet, people like Asmongold seeing stuff like this all the time, every single day, like people that can really reach a bunch of other people in general. Like Rev, for example, bring some kind of clarity and common sense back to the society. Even with a lot of streamers, a lot of content creators like that, a lot of people trying to inform and heal society. If even like this, things are not doesn't seem to get any better. What to expect from the future? I mean, I think even if the majority of society is still sane, the small amount of society doesn't matter if they are small anymore, because they are on the top of everything that is important in society. And it's too late, because also they reach their positions, they kind of block your way. And even when you get there, you will have a lot of difficulties, and you will not be able to do anything at all to solve or fix the problem, because they will bend everything to their side and you cannot bring it back to yours. It's also because we play it right and they play it wrong. If you're playing a game, think about this. If you're playing a competitive game and your opponent is using cheating, it's using cheats like being immortal in the game, or killing everyone with one hit, or infinite mana, or some stuff, ridiculous stuff like that. Can you win against an opponent like that? It's how I see society nowadays. It's how I see. It's like we have water guns against bombs, right? Against a nuclear bomb, for example.
You know, it's like this is, you know, you might think this is extreme. I don't think this is extreme. I think that I'm the normal one. These people are the ones who are extreme. That's it. And can you admit you voted for Trump now? Well, I mean, I literally just said Trump isn't putting these people in jail. So like, why would I vote for Trump if this is an issue that matters so much to me, and I say Trump's not putting these people in jail?
Luckily, you guys have other options instead of Trump. Here we don't have any. So next time, in next election, if he's not doing his job, I'm not aside of all this stuff that he's doing. And well, at least it's better than Democrats. Voting Republican will always be better than Democrats. You can think whatever you want. It's my opinion. You can be with yours, okay? But at least it's a Republican. But if he doesn't do anything this time to you, you guys need a better option for Republican next time. For real.
Why would this be an indicator that I'm voting for Trump? It doesn't make sense. And so anyway, let's see here. I'll read who puts the flags on the post. Probably people that just don't want to hear about it and they don't want to see it happen. Or do you care if you voted for Trump? Yeah. I don't know. This video has extraordinary claims. I know, but there's court documents and references, and the school got shut down, and it's all proven. So that's the problem. Is like, I agree with you. You know, like extreme claims require extreme evidence, but unfortunately, this does seem like there is an extreme amount of evidence for this. We're extremely against this. They're extremely for it. Yeah. And again, I will be waiting for the person who will,
it looks like a situation that only occurs in my
but
country.
metaphorically crucify the people that do this. And
this is bad for you guys.
For that
means that you are a step
reason.
further and become like my country.
Their other issues are not important. Why not literally? I think it's like 8th Amendment. You're not able. It's like cruel and unusual punishment. You're not allowed to do it. That's the only reason. Yeah, obviously. Trump did make it illegal for medical experts to transition a minor. It's a good start, and I was glad that Trump did that. But I think that should only be the beginning. You have to root this out at the very bottom. And yeah. Let's see here. Chemically castrate parents and doctors. I don't know about the parents chemically castrating them. I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, this stuff makes me furious. And I think that if it's not making you furious, I wonder why. You know,
makes
like, not
everyone
that there's anything wrong
furious.
with you,
If
but,
you're not
like,
furious,
you know, you're a weirdo. But
you
this
already
is
have some
disgusting,
problem.
right? Kidnap your son, live abroad.
If you don't
Kidnapping
feel any
is like
empathy,
illegal. How can you make an argument to legality whenever legality has created an outcome that's transitioning an 8-year-old? Like, I don't know. I mean, I would feel like, you know, if the law has created an outcome that allows an 8-year-old to be forcibly transitioned and groomed by his mother and other people in his life, then maybe the law isn't necessarily the best decision maker, right?
Yeah, it's almost the same like I've been saying before, the other videos and in this one, and the comment section many times. I think we need other options for the future. I will almost say this. Because a lot of people is still stupid about that. And always think that the government wants the best for us. For us, no, they don't. They don't, okay? Keep that in mind. Try to always live the best you can. Your life without depending on the government, and because this is your life. We are talking about your life. They are making all efforts, everything they can to make your life always worse. Always. Independent of who is there, if it's Republican, Democrat, or whatever. Okay, they are always putting every effort in make everyone's lives worse. Okay? One side is just doing more effort than other to make things even worse, faster. That's the difference. So, do the best you can with your life. Try to avoid conflicts and etc. within government and with other people. But fight for yourself. Don't expect nothing coming from them. Nothing. Everything that will come will probably just be horrible stuff. Okay? The future isn't bright. It's very dark. It's what I believe. I'm sorry, but it's what I believe. If you think otherwise, please let me know why in the comments. Tell me why you think that we have the future is going to be amazing. The future is awesome, because I need some glad of hope sometimes too. Okay, but it's not because I'm saying that all hope is lost that I don't think that living is great. Living is great when you can avoid government in all degrees and aspects of your life. Okay. Them living is very great, is awesome, is a really living to be right here right now. It's a miracle. It's a big miracle, and by that you don't matter your religion or whatever. You can call that whatever you want, but to be living to live is really good. Okay. So do the best you can with your life. It's not because I don't have any hope for society that I don't think you deserve to be happy and deserve to have a good life. No. It's just that I don't see things getting better for us. Depending on that. So you have to put your own effort always and make your life better as possible, okay? I'm sorry, I kind of felt a bit emotional here.
And what a retard
I'm
commenter.
sorry for that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's continue.
But anyway, yeah, this is what happens, is that people like this have to report. And the reason why, keep in mind, the reason why there are so many reports for this is because these people can't stand to see this happen, and they don't want to see this get out to the public. And the reason why the people are afraid of this story is because they know that they're wrong. They know that any normal person watching this and reading this story will see how disgusting and weird it is and immediately turn against them.
And that's one more reason that I say that they are devils incarnated. They are demons. They are demons because they know that what they are doing is wrong. And even so, they live their entire lives to do that. Okay? I just cannot think of the reason behind of this. I don't know. I don't know for real, but they put all effort they can in their entire lives to make your life worse. Our lives worse. Okay? They are devils.
So that's why they're trying to report it and shut it down, is because they know that what they're doing is evil. They know what they're doing is disgusting. And so they're doing everything that they can to hide the evidence because they know that if it makes to the light of day, that they're going to be done. That's it. Woke doctors preying on children. Yep, exactly. Anyone doing this needs to be put away. Exactly. Viral, what's the video, brother? Just tuned in. It's from Soft White Underbelly on YouTube. I apologize, I don't have a link. It was just posted on Reddit. Usually their interviews are longer, so I would assume there's probably more to this, but this is at least an excerpt of it. So yeah, thanks for bringing awareness to these issues. Yeah, it's disgusting, and I don't really know what else to say about it besides that.
So that's it for today's video. I hope to like, comment, and subscribe. And I see you guys in the next one. Take a look in my Discord link below and my Patreon. Bye!